Today is the 7th day of March 2013. Now I've got some really important information to share with you today, and word has come to me that the senators and congressmen, they're all very anxious to get this information because it will heal our nation. But you've got to first remember that we have the Constitution of the United States of America. We inherited that. You've got to read the preamble. I've got a lot of information to share with you because you're all my brothers and sisters. We all have the American spirit. We all need to know the Constitution ourselves. Article 1, Section 10 has 17 key words that states, no state shall make anything but gold and silver coin a tender in payment of debts. Do you understand what that means? Now I'm going to give you some definitions. We're going to turn our star off for a few minutes. You leave your star and your heart on. Okay? First of all, this is from Black's Law, first edition. There's all the international definitions in this dictionary. This is the one that you need to have when you walk into the Admiralty courts, because that's the only place where you're going to get your common law remedy, is in Admiralty. Law of the sea. That's the international law. All of the countries have to respect that. Now, on page 695 of Black's Law, first edition, it states that lawful money, this is the definition, money which is a legal tender in payment of debts, semicolon, E period, G period, which means entire group, gold and silver coined at the mint. I didn't hear any paper in there now, did you? I didn't hear any. Now, right underneath that is the lawing of dogs, the cutting several claws of the forefeet of dogs in the forest to prevent their running at deer. Horrible practice. Horrible. Now, right underneath that is lawless court, an ancient local English court said to have been held in Essex once a year at cock crowing without a light or pen and ink, and conducted in a whisper. That's Jacob Law. Okay, now part of that, I don't have any ink, so that's why I'm making movies. The Lord wants me to speak these words into existence so that you'll understand what's going on. You need to hear the voice. So we know lawful money is gold and silver coin. We have Article 1, Section 10. Everybody running around with paper in their pockets are all counterfeiters. Now I'm not going to have you doing that anymore. I want my military home. I care about every one of those bodies. Your politics stink. All you're doing is voting to see who's going to get their family killed. What are you, stupid? Better wake up. I'm going to show you who the devil is today. And you're not going to blame this on Maryland either, because they don't know what's going on every little single piece of paper. They're not lawyers. They're just clerks doing their job like everybody else. But these things you should have learned in school. And you didn't. And the ones that did aren't doing anything about it. So that's why I am. Lord had to raise somebody up who'd say something, who'd stop it. I'm not going to have it anymore. You're tricking blind people, you're tricking the deaf, and everybody's dumb. Now I decided to do a search on the word devil. In Maryland, on the UCC1 filings, the business filings. Guess what I came up with? 29 entries for the word devil. Now, the very first one, here it is right here. I got some little notations over here. Just making some little notations. We're talking 2 days in Hosea. You don't know Bible prophecy. Maybe you better stick into some more of my lessons. My daddy solved every mystery in the Bible. So you have to understand about names. His name was James. Well, it was King James that gave you the version that you've all decided to change around. See, Revelations had a warning. It said not to add to the book. You change a word, you change a letter, you change a meaning. Now lawyers know that. Judges know that. They know more about you than you do because they read your body language. Hollywood's been trying to tell you for years, but you won't wake up. So now there's 29 entries here. I didn't print out every one of them. I may have done that, and maybe in some of my boxes of evidence. I've got boxes of evidence in 5 or 6 different locations in 4 different states. So, if they ever get to all come together. And I don't think there'll be any deputies coming by to inventory my evidence. I'm going to have somebody higher up, somebody that knows how to put things in order. I've been working on it myself. I have papers everywhere. And this isn't even, it's not even a 10th of what I have. So it starts out with Devil's Reach, Sport Health. Now this one I did print out all the leads. I had help putting some of this information together, and there's some things that are out of order. So on the next page you're not going to actually see the Devil's Reach Sport Health. You're going to see Live Your Dreams again. This is one of the pages that should have gone in the first package. So those of you that got the first package, you're going to get this package along with this movie and the other movies that you didn't get before. I may have all the movies on there. I don't know. But to finish up on the Live Your Dreams, because isn't that what the devil wants you to have anyway? He wants you to live your dreams. Didn't he tempt Jesus? Tempt him. You've been tempted, honey. And you've been going along with the program because you didn't know any better, because your parents didn't know any better. Your grandparents didn't know any better. Y'all been living in the Garden of Eden, and you've been making a big mess. You don't even take care of your dogs. I walk around here and there's dog duty everywhere. Important people are going to be coming to this town. You know, I can tell how much you care about yourself by the way you treat others. You make us look at your dog duty. It's not nice. Clean up after your own animals. Clean up after yourself. I clean up after myself. I take care of myself. Didn't really know who I really was till after I didn't have my daddy and my mama anymore. When my daddy left, I had to be all on my own. Well, Lord had plans for me. It's been everything I've been working on all my life anyway. Freedom, liberty, justice. Tired of seeing people get railroaded. Tired of seeing all those mamas down there at the criminal calendar. Their boys and their hopes and dreams are down the drain. You don't care about that. You don't care about anything till you get in trouble. Then all of a sudden you want to know what happened. You're one of them what happened people. You're not one of those what's going to happen people who looks ahead, plans out their life. No, you're a go, come and go as you may. And then when you get caught, then you want to know what happened. Come on. Get real. So the debtor in the Live Your Dreams is the Live Your Dreams LLC, and they're listed at 11700A Resistortown Road. Resistortown. Resistortown, Amday, Middle District, or Maryland. Or maybe you think that's your doctor. It's your MD, Resistortown MD. And it's a Susquehanna Bank, which is on Washington Street. See, you got sister streets that match up with sister towns. Everybody's got a main street. Everybody's got Market, or got A or B or C or D or E or F or G Street. You don't have that. You got them. You got them. So now, I'm going on to the next page, which is one of the pages that you should have seen on your other ones, but it was going to take up a lot more paper. So, and this is heavy stuff to haul around. A lot of copies made. Now there's a lot of them already been sent out. Those special people that are going to be investigating this. Because I'm not going to stand for it anymore. Sick and tired of fraud and those that perpetrate it. This is on the Devil's Reach Sport Health. And here's the file number here. And it says on its status that it's lapsed. And it's on film Q3573. And it tells you 3 pages, number of filings 2. Let me come over here. This is what it would look like if you click on that. Click on it. These might be a little out of order if you're on the internet, but you can print them out for yourself. What's most important to me on using internet papers, because sometimes websites change and people take things down, and oh, by the way, my old website's off. That's okay, because the Guardians, they take care of me. It's old, and there's old stuff on there anyway. They want to hear the live stuff, the words coming out my mouth. So that's why I'm making movies. But this date, when I got this information, was June 18th, 2012. So this was last year. On the devil. I've had a lot of stuff I had to go through this last year. So now on the next page, which this is really out of whack, but the first one was Devil's Reach Sports Health. The last one is Devil Liars, David H. Devil Liars. Now, you could pronounce it any way you want, but just split those L's right in half. You have Devil Liars. And here's the file number for him. And then when you see this, you're going to see where the little eyeball is. There's a line through it. That means you can't view it online. You can't view it online. But you can order copies. See? We'll go to the next page. It's going to be a little surprise. I don't know what's coming next. Oh, it's Mr. Devil Liars. Mr. David Devil Liars. Devil Liars David H. It says it's current, but it says the filing status has lapsed. Now, when it comes down here to the debtor is David H. Devil Liars. And it says the address, you have to see microfilm. I wonder where the devil lives. Wouldn't it be funny if it was your house? This is a secured party, is the Maryland National Bank. Now, do you suppose the Maryland National Bank made a deal with the devil? I don't know. Let's see. Okay, we're going to get the next page. I'm excited here now. I hope you are. Okay, now, This is the Devil's Reach Sport Health. So these things are a little out of whack. You can put them together yourself because I'm not going through all these papers and put them the way they should go. You figure it out. You can tell. These were all drawn on the same date. June 18th. 18's one of my numbers. Now here you can see too, you cannot view them online, but you could order copies. Go ahead. I got everything on this house. I'm making a separate movie just about the evidence I have on this house. But I need to get this one done today, because tomorrow's a holy day. Well, today's a holy day too, but tomorrow, I'm going to take my throne tomorrow. So here we go. On the Devil's Reach Sport Health. Well, as they all say, see the microfilm, but we've got Sport and Health Incorporated, Inc. Then we've got Sport and Health Club / Tenley Sport. Then we've got Arlington Sport and Health, Devil's Reach Sport and Health, Regency Sport and Health, Courts Royal Rockville. Oh, remember we had the Rockville address? Remember that on the Federal Reserve Road? Remember that on the Federal Reserve System? Remember that? Then we got White Oak Sports and Health. Then we got Bethesda Sport and Health Club. And then we got Rio Sport and Health. Now these are the debtors. Now the secured party is 5 Continents Leasing Corporation. Who do you think owns that? 5 Continents. Who's claiming to own the world? Because the world was created for me. Because I came here to straighten it out. Lord wanted you to have somebody that had lived all parts. Somebody that still had a heart, no matter what you did to her. Killed her sons, crucified Jesus every single day on the front lines. You want to be a part of that political system? Then you're going to go trade places with somebody on the front line. And honey, we're not going to give you training. No. No, no, no. Now we have another one that's on the list. This one's called Devil Bliss Charlotte. Now I find that interesting, because I have a sister who has that middle name. Devil's Bliss Charlotte. Now this one happens to have an address. 6129 Tannytown Pike. Tannytown, MD. 21787. Now the secured party on this, and there's a file number ends in 76, by the way, is the New Holland Credit Company. And they are on 100 Brubaker Avenue, New Holland, Pennsylvania, or abbreviated PAW. There's your PAW. 17557. So there's your Devil Bliss. Let's see what's on the next one. The next one is for, let's see. Oh, this is still the Devil Bliss. Devil Bliss. This just shows, oh, this was one of those 25, 2 and a 5 total fees part. 25 what? I wonder if it's 25 fish. But you know, definition of fish and Internal Revenue Code is cash. Bet you didn't know that. See, you should have read the entire code like I did, including all the notes and the court cases. And oh, by the way, there's only one person named in that book. If there's only one person named in that book, you best find out what you can about it. Well, I did that. His name is LaVere Redfield. I believe he's in my family. They know that. Now this is some more on your Devil Bliss. Devil Bliss. in your Tannapike Town tells you, and it says down here under the financing statement that it's Newhall, Newhol, 145 Manors, Manures, 100-2361. And it says it's a purchase money security not subject to recordation tax. Oh, they get to put it down and they don't have to pay for it. It's not a tax. It's a purchase money security not subject. But this is going to the Department of Assessments and Taxation in the state of Maryland, which is just a hair next to Washington, D.C. Let's go. Oh, we just did that whole stack. Now, there's the devil. And I told you, the devil is the word lived backwards. Lived backwards. These are just pieces of paper where somebody's written something down on there trying to claim something that's a big fraud. It's a fraud. I told you what lawful money was. Now let's look at a definition of a lawful man. Black's Law, First Edition. Lawful man, a free man, untainted, and capable of bearing oath. A free man. So, nobody's free, because everybody's under the devil's paper. You're not following the guidelines that our founding fathers gave us. And what you don't know about 1776 is that there was a great revival. And the Baptist separatists, the ministers, they all had a tent gathering. They all had their people with them. And they all prayed. They all prayed that the Lord would release them. Would release them from the clutches of the king who was demanding a Spanish milk dollar and making them, their children, having to pay him. Hide blood. And in 1776, 100 members were added to Lewis Craig's traveling church. 100 members. And they had a huge congregation. And Captain Beverly Winslow, he was the sheriff. The sheriff didn't have a county recorder. The sheriff had to do everything. They had to list all the wills, all the property transactions, all the slave trade, everything. They had to keep a record of it. But they had to hand over part of it to the royal treasury. And part of it stayed in the local treasury. And he was a wealthy man. And he had a heart. And I know my founding fathers, many of them, They all lived together. They were all in Fredericksburg, Virginia, and Spotsylvania County. Not all of them. But where Lewis Craig and Captain Beverly Winslow, you know that's a powerful spirit. Been gone for over 200 years, come into my dream. Wake me up. Show me all these things. So we could put an end to war. No more killing. On March 15th, Julius Caesar will rise again. Because his project will be complete. Because our founding fathers were wise men and they kept the Republic of Rome together. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.